Yeah, let's go. All right. My name is Conception. I've been here so much already, but I have one more for you. This is Pokemon Pearl. I'm going to be doing any percent Manipless, so it's going to be very fast for a Pokemon game, but still without Manips because I think that's a little bit more fun personally. Let's go ahead. Can I get the character name and the rival name just before I start so I have them in my brain?
Yes, you can. The trainer name with $40 is Pesto.
Pesto. Woo! The besto for sure.
And the rival name with $35 winning by a measly $4 is McDouble.
McDouble.
No E on McDouble, by the way.
Got it. Got it. My arch nemesis.
McDouble.
Corporate fast food. All right. So we're gonna just get started. How the countdown is gonna work is I'm gonna do 3, 2, and then on 1 I'm gonna start the game. But don't worry, on go you start the timer. Okay? It's a little weird, but that's how it works with DSs, I guess. All right. Here we go. So 3, 2, 1, go. Ow! Yeah. So this is Pokemon Pearl, Diamond and Pearl specifically, any percent Manipless. This game goes pretty fast. We're going to be getting right through the menu here, which is a little bit easier said than done because I got to hold B and mash A at the same time, but also do a couple of cursor movements, which is not, I kind of do a little raptor claw action here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this game has a L equals A option that you can enable once you get into the game. But until then, you're stuck with this, what they call Gen 5 mashing.
Yes.
Which is all they have in Gen 5.
Which is a little bit unfortunate. By the way, I forgot to introduce my commentators. Go ahead and introduce yourselves if you'd like.
I'm halqery. I'm a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon and Legends Arceus speedrunner, but I have run Pokemon Pearl in the past.
I'm PrincessAshfire, and I'm not a speedrunner. But I'm a fan.
Well, that's good. You did do one speedrun one time. Okay,
Yeah.
and this was
McDouble
oh boy.
with no E.
You can tell that typing on the DS is really good for me. Oh.
Yeah, thank God there's no manip here.
Yeah.
You might have already missed it.
L. Yeah, definitely. McDouble. All right, we did it. All right. As Helix mentioned, the Chimchar name is going to close like 4 or 5 minutes into the room, 5-6 minutes or so. If you want to snipe that naming donation, now is the time. But thank you so much to everyone who donated for both of these names, Pesto and McDouble. I love food, so I'm pretty happy right now.
Yay. We went to the Minnesota State Fair today. Shout out to Minnesota.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out. If anyone here in the audience would like some cookies, they're on the host desk. You're more than welcome. Can I get game audio up a smidge, if you don't mind? All right.
So I mentioned that the manip, we may not have been able to do any trainer names. You barely have enough time to mash through the text even, so...
Yep.
Yeah, definitely not, which is one really good reason why I choose to run Manipless. It's a little bit more interesting for marathons in the fact that I could be a little bit more creative with my bid wars, but also you'll see a little bit once we get into like this middle section here. It has a tiny little randomizer flavor to it, whereas if you did the manipped version, you would not have that. So I like the little bit of randomization that goes into it.
McDouble. Oh, Pesto.
Okay, Pesto. McDouble. Oh, geez. All right, yeah. So we're just going through a little bit of the beginning game stuff here. Nothing too shabby. You might be looking at this estimate and being like, geez, hour 20 minutes for a Pokemon game. That's pretty fast.
Especially Gen 4.
Yeah, especially a Gen 4 game on the Nintendo DS here. But yeah, you're gonna see. Right after we get our second badge, exactly why that is, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. First, we are going to head up to our rival here. I unfortunately do not have a bike or the ability to run yet, so we are just going at our absolute slowest, but I cannot control that, but here's McDouble again.
Yeah, if you've played Pokemon Platinum, this opening is going to be a little bit different than what you're used to. In Pokemon Platinum, you already have the access to your starter. However, in this game, you and your rival are going to go investigate the local lake legend by yourselves with no Pokemon to defend yourself. Mm-hmm. And this is actually where you'll obtain your very first Pokemon.
Yes, and we're going to have our, spoiler alert in advance, I guess, we're going to have our very first Pokemon fight. And there's actually a little bit of hopeful RNG to make that a little bit faster, depending on a couple things, our attack stat, and also what the Starly that we'll be fighting does. But first, important to note that the Pokemon that we will be choosing here is Chimchar, just as the bid war stated. The reason being that it's just ever so slightly faster, especially once you get past the first gym, things really start to move. With Chimchar, Piplup, and Turtwig have a little bit more difficult of a time with the post badge 1, so it ends up just being a little bit faster.
Chimchar hard counters Gardenia.
Yes, hard counter. All right, and we did.
Chimchar.
I successfully picked Chimchar, which is the most important check to do. Okay, so we have our first fight with Starly here. The absolute optimal thing that can happen is our attack is good enough and we don't get growled that we can take Starly down in 2. It might not happen, and it usually doesn't. All right, well, that's a good roll.
You're faster than it at least.
Growl. Yep. So we got growled. We're gonna be doing the pretty standard 3.
If you
3
crit,
turn.
there's a tornado warning.
Oh, good.
Oh, good. Yeah. So if the stream power cuts out randomly, you know exactly what happened.
There's not an immediate tornado warning for this area. I have actually been keeping tabs on this.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
gosh.
Thank
Okay,
you.
good.
Thank you for saving us, Helix. All right. But we got through that fight pretty standard. It was the 3 turn. If it can be as bad as 4 turns. So we take 3 turns. That's pretty normal.
That said, I do want to say if you live in the South Twin Cities Metro, definitely keep tabs on the weather and make sure you're safe.
Yes.
That's
Stay
just something
safe.
important to mention. All right, back to you.
Thank you so much. Stay safe out there, gamers, for sure.
Gamers.
And everybody. Not just gamers.
Everyone can stay safe.
Everyone should be staying safe for sure. Okay, so we make our way out here. We have a little bit of walking, a little bit more mashing. We're finally going to get our running shoes. One thing of note that we kind of glossed over near the beginning is that we do change options at the start of the game. Pretty standard if you've seen a Pokemon speedrun before, where we turn off things like battle animations. We make the text speed as fast as possible. One thing that I choose to do, you don't have to do this, but it makes mashing easier for me specifically, is that I put on the L equals A feature so that I can use the L bumper as A and go a little bit better with my mashing, as opposed to doing that Raptor Claw thing I was doing at the
Yeah,
beginning.
in Legends Arceus, we have we have to mash the way you mashed in the intro the entire game.
Yeah.
And we've got it down to a science, but it's not very healthy.
No.
So L equals A in any game that it applies to is very, very good.
Yes.
Is
Yeah.
this the game that has like the random power?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
yeah.
have to figure that out at some point too.
Yes, that is going to be probably like 20 to 25 minutes into this run. We'll get into that, but yeah, that's what one of the main reasons why I like this run the most. This version, the Manipless run. So if you can run any percent manipped, where you manipulate a specific Chimchar with really good stats. You make it so that your move and hit inputs in a specific way that you don't hit random encounters here, and you can manipulate the hidden power that you get with the Chimchar later on. I don't do any of that, so we're completely at the mercy of the game here, which you can see by this Starly here. I already hit my first encounter. I probably, between this Route 1 action, two encounters before we get up here is pretty rough. I probably average 3 encounters here. In terms of, we have to go through this route twice. Across both times, I probably average 3 encounters.
Yeah, we're going to get to Sand Gem Town here, and we're going to be kind of escorted to the lab, because we have a stolen Pokemon.
Yes.
And we need to return it.
Yeah, we gotta justify that. If you could, Helix, go ahead and close the Chimchar bid war, and then I'll ask for that name in just a second.
All right, one final refresh on my end, and I'll just give it to you right now.
Sounds great.
I'm very happy about this. It's Monkey.
Yeah!
Specifically, M-O-N-K-Y.
Got it.
No E.
No E. That's slightly different. That's a variation. Okay, so we got M. Nope, that's an L. So we're going to try that again. M-O-N. Nope, that's an M. N-K.
Yo, Mom.
Y. Monkey. In a Pokeball. That's right, it's Monkey Ball.
Whoa.
This marathon does have Monkey
Yeah.
Ball.
That's right.
I love it.
Yeah, this will be significantly longer than your average Monkey Ball run, Helix.
As long
so
as the
that's
ball
okay.
doesn't
That's true.
split open and the monkeys start flying, I think
Yeah.
I'll be all right.
That's okay. I am officially deeming this a Monkey Ball run. You can't escape.
classic marble ruler, Pokemon Pearl, is on the screen for you right now. Okay, so we're gonna mash through this here, and then we're going to do our first in pretty much only. Actually, no, we do 2 main shops in this run. This will be the first one, one of the main ones, but they are both kind of equally important, to be honest. In this first shop, we're going to be picking up a large number of potions, but we're also going to pick up a paralyze heal and an antidote. And hopefully we don't have to use either, but you never know in a Manipless run because you never know what you're going to get. So
Shopping montage.
shopping montage.
Early 90s shopping montage.
Yeah, in Pokemon Platinum, I'm not sure if it's the same way in Diamond and Pearl. You start with 3,000. Is that right?
I think so. I am notoriously I am a Pokemon speedrunner, but like I don't know as much as the average Pokemon speedrunner a lot of times. So there are a lot of basic things that I don't remember, but I think 3,000 sounds correct. We have enough to get 8 potions and 1 each of the antidote and the paralyze heal, so I think that adds up. Yep, 3,000. Okay.
Yeah, normally most Pokemon games give you some amount of money to start with, just so you can be on your way.
Yep. So you're not completely at mercy here. All right, and there we go. All right, now we got to head back to town here. We got to visit Mom and tell her, hey, we're going to go on this journey. Luckily for us, on the way back, we don't have to go into any grass, so we don't have to worry about that at all.
But coming back up.
We have it coming
Yeah.
back up. It'll be part 2 of the Route 1 experience here. But here we go. Talk to Mom. Welcome home, Pesto. Thank you.
Jimmy Pesto.
Jimmy Pesto, yeah. Shout out to all the Bob's Burgers fans in the audience. All right, we get our journal. We get I think we get 2 town maps, one for us and one for our rival, which is of course McDouble. We gotta hand that in once we see McDouble here.
I was the one who picked McDouble, everyone. Spoiler.
And who was going after Barry? I wonder.
So I think it was an anonymous donation, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
Pretty sure.
anonymous. We had a heated rival bid war. Thank you again so much for all the donations for all 3 of these naming bid wars. Classic for Pokemon speedrunning. So happy to be able to do that, and thank you for all of your donations. All right, let's see how lucky or unlucky we get here. All right.
Yeah, because Emsha was mentioning it, but with the manipulation, basically you have to hit an exact frame when you're finishing watching the TV show. And then if you do so, you check your ID, and as long as you have the right ID, if you move the exact same way every time you do this run, you will always have the exact same outcome. Which is why it is possible to just run through this grass without any encounters. And you
It
can
is
actually
a
extend it
monkey
a
ball
very
run.
long time. So.
Yes. Takes a long, long time. And what did I say? Average 3. And what did I get?
3.
Aw.
Exactly. We
We'll
get
take
through.
it.
Now we have our catch tutorial, and pretty much every Pokemon game, at least the ones that I've played of, if you have to do a catch tutorial in a speedrun, it's a sit back and relax time, maybe get a drink, maybe go to the bathroom. Not so in Pokemon Pearl. It is actually ever so slightly faster whenever an attack is about to happen, even in the catch tutorial, which I have no input in, to mash during it, because Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, specifically the health bar, takes a really long time to go down. If you mash during it, it speeds it up ever so slightly. Weird little piece of tech, so I can't even relax during the catch tutorial, unfortunately. No input breaks.
There's no relax for gamers.
No. It's Pokemon speedrunning is a hard job that somebody has to do it.
That's right. You'll be relaxing in about an hour.
Yeah, an
I can
hour.
relax in about an hour. Yeah, for sure.
Actually, aren't you like hosting 2 more runs
I
after this?
am hosting as well. But
So
my
me.
hands can relax. Let's see. Besides just holding the mic.
His hands look like this, so her hands look like this.
So, that's great and all, McDouble, or that's not McDouble, it's Lucas.
Yeah, that's
Um,
Lucas.
I'm not sure we're going to be catching anything in this run, right?
That is correct. No catches at all. We're just rolling with Monkey. All right, so coming up here, we got a little bit of movement in grass, and we have what I consider at least to be actually the scariest fight in the whole run. Well, we have an encounter, so that's not the scary part.
Oh,
But
okay.
This thing's pretty scary if you play Legends Arceus.
Yeah.
Especially if you speedrun it.
yeah, Shinx can be pretty scary. And you can even get Shinx with Intimidate here, which is even slower. But we have this fight here, which is what I consider to be one of the slowest things here. Now you see saving a lot of data. This happens every time you start a file, and then I believe after every time you use a PC, you'll always get the saving a lot of data, which is an extra long save screen here.
I do plenty of randomizer races of Platinum. We call it the cardinal sin, actually.
Yes.
It actually is slightly faster to run back from Jubilife and run through Orber Gate to get back to Rourke than it is to save in front of Rourke.
Yes.
If you were to lose the
Exactly.
fight. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but this one, this is a scary fight, and you might be wondering, wow, it's a Starly level 5. What's so scary about that? But it is pretty scary. Luckily, we have potions, so I can kind of mitigate that. So we got six damage quick attack here. We have an interesting mindset here, which is that we don't want Growl too much, but we want Growl somewhat. Would be nice, so we don't keep getting tanked on here.
One reason I can think of this could be kind of scary is a Conception when you were fighting the Starly for the very first time. I was going to mention that, yeah. Every move has a 1 in 16 chance to crit.
Yeah.
And we got it, so that made the fight a little bit easier. But also, we could have been crit by the Starly.
Yes.
So that could have wiped out our Chimchar in one more turn.
Yep. Yeah, which... So that I could choose to not save and then just heal more often there, but I usually just choose to save because it gets a little bit weird with healing items. If you use a lot too early in this run, I find that I will run out, at least in my personal experience, I'll run out a little bit faster than I would like towards the middle parts of the run. So I choose to save, and then if things get a little hairy, I can just always reload there. Sorry about that. Okay, so we got Bidoofs, 2 Bidoof fights here. We're going to hit level 7 after this first Bidoof, and we're going to gain access to Ember. And that will give us a stab move, a same type attack bonus move. If you want to talk a little bit about that, Hal?
Yeah, same type attack bonus grants a 50% increase to the power of a move. For example, I believe Ember is 60 base power. So instead, when used by Chimchar, it's going to be actually base power 90. That does get factored into the damage calculation also. I want to clarify about the critical hit. Unless otherwise stated, all moves have a 1 in 16 critical hit chance. There's moves like Night Slash or Cross Poison that have enhanced critical hit ratios, but otherwise it is 1 in 16.
Yes, that is true. Or, of course, items that will enhance your critical hit chance and things like that, too. Which we don't have access to yet, but you never know. All right, so we are unfortunately a little bit low health here, so before we go into the next fight, I am going to just take a heal because I would not survive without it. I have the
You're in
option.
Blaze.
Yeah, I am in Blaze, but I'm not going to tempt fate here, unfortunately.
Blaze, if you're not familiar, ever since Gen 3, all of the starters have had a ability pretty much just copy-pasted from one another, where if they are below 33% of their health, they get a damage boost to their fire moves, grass moves, water moves, depending on what type they are. And Chimchar was eligible, but it's also kind of scary. It's like playing with Pearl in the Paper Mario run we just watched.
Yes,
You
exactly.
put a lot on the line.
Yeah, and with Pokemon runs just like that Paper Mario randomizer, you just never know. So I choose to play it a little bit safer than I normally would.
Especially in a marathon, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So as someone who is not as familiar with running Pokemon, every trainer that you walk by, do you have to fight them or battle?
There are some spinners that you
Okay.
can pass.
Okay.
Etchy actually found a Gen 4 spinner pass trick that works consistently in all the Gen 4 games. You stand 1 tile away from them, or 2 tiles away from them being able to see you, and the moment they turn, you walk forward and open up the menu, close the menu, and that buffers the frames perfectly to the point where they cannot turn again before you can walk past them.
They're just like, oh, they're just looking at their map. We don't need to fight them.
Yeah, so
exactly.
basically, there's spinners that just kind of randomly choose the direction to look between the directions that they're eligible to look in, and then there's rotators that'll just constantly be rotating, like every so often. It's consistent, but I don't think we're passing any rotators here.
No rotators. We are going to do 4 spinner passes. There's actually, at least off the top of my head, there's actually 5 spinners, but one of them only spins in 2 specific directions. So as long as we walk behind him, it's not a problem. But as I have said in many other marathon runs where I've run Pokemon games before, my biggest weakness when it comes to Pokemon speedrunning is movement by a lot. So oftentimes I will overmove. I actually had a little movement mistake in that, not the last scratch pass, but the big one before. I tried to mitigate how many. See, oh, there you go. There's a good example. Can't enter the door. where I tried to mitigate the amount of tiles that would be in grass, but I actually cut one row too early and actually maximized the amount of grass tiles I was in. But yeah, so sometimes if I move incorrectly or I menu incorrectly, I could end up hitting spinners or even optional trainers as a whole that I don't mean to hit. And we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it goes pretty well.
So there's 2 trainers here inside this trainer school. In Diamond and Pearl only, they will give you a TM if you beat them. Now, they are optional, so do you want to explain why you're going to fight these optional trainers?
Yes. Well, I guess there is the minor reason, which is that it buffs us up a little bit for the rival fight, but that's not really that important. The main reason is that they give us a TM that is for Hidden Power. Now, Hidden Power is a move that... Oh, I should have used Scratch there, but that's fine. It doesn't really matter. Hidden Power is a move that... has a random type that you can't see. It'll show as normal, but based off of your stats, it will have a different typing and how it affects. And the reason why we choose to go for Hidden Power here is that the next... Oops, not... Oh, yeah, no, that's good. The first gym area, Oreburg City, is very rock-focused, which is obviously not great for a little fire monkey here. So we're going to try to... get Hidden Power in hopes that we get a useful Hidden Power that will allow us to get through that section a little bit easier. Maybe a grass, maybe ground, water, or something of that nature that will get us there a little bit. Now,
I also believe starting in this generation, all Hidden Powers are special.
Yes,
Is that true?
correct.
Okay, so even if you get a ground Hidden Power where the rock types have very high defense stats, it's still going to be useful since it is a special ground type move.
Yes, I believe that is correct. Which is great because it ignores their defense stat and then instead goes for their special defense stat, which is oftentimes with rock types a lot lower than their defense for obvious reasons. So we're going to be hoping that in a manipped version of this category, since you manipulate the Chimchar, you get the same stats every time, and therefore you get the same typing of Hidden Power every time, which I believe is grass. Still tornadoes coming. Don't worry about it. I believe it is grass. I have not run Manipped, but I'm pretty sure grass is the one that they get every time.
We're still fun.
Oh, so
Still fine.
Can we
Okay,
get
good.
a tornado watch update?
A tornado watch, if you will. All right, so we get Hidden Power here, and we're going to hope it's something useful. Now, there are a lot of types in this game, so the odds are that it is useful are low, but we're going to try it anyway. All right, so we're out of here, and now we got to talk to some clowns.
Sorry.
Yeah, so here in Jubilife City, you will not be allowed to leave. You may have noticed so far in our run, our bottom screen's been very, very blank when we're not in a battle. In this generation, they introduced the Poketch, a very useful tool that can allow you to, do math with a calculator, see the status of your party, see the friendship of your Pokemon individually, see compatibility between them for making eggs. But the best part about this run for it is getting out of Jubilife City.
Yes, exactly. So we're going to be talking to these... Oh my gosh, I cannot move properly. We're going to be talking to these 3 clowns, which we have to do. Luckily, they ask us a trivia question of which everyone's answer is yes, so we don't have to worry about it too much. And then on to our 3rd one here, and then we're going to be ready to go, and then we're going to be fighting our rival for the first time. And only time, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't fight the rival.
Is this one of the Pokemon games where your rival is still your friend, or is that...
He's a friend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely don't get the antagonistic blue vibes. You know,
Okay.
the smell you later.
Like
you know.
very like decom, like...
Yeah,
Barry's character trait, if described in one word, is impatient.
Yeah, he's definitely impatient, but he's friendly. All right, so we're
Sorry,
think
McDouble.
I was gonna say,
McDouble,
I
yeah.
apologize.
McDouble.
I don't know who Barry is.
Barry is nothing.
all right. So we're gonna teach Hidden Power here. We're gonna go ahead and teach it over Scratch, which you might not necessarily do if you're like going for PB attempts, but it's just easier than hoping that. Actually, I'm gonna heal as well just to be safe. It's easier than like getting rid of Taunt, which might be useful depending on the Hidden Power I get. So we're gonna do that. Luckily, the fight itself is not so hard. You don't have to worry about it too much, and like we still have plenty of healing items. We actually mainly use this fight as an indicator as to what our Hidden Power is going to be.
Right. Conception mentioned that he can't see what his hidden power is, but you can deduce what your hidden power is. Like example, if we were to use hidden power right now on Starly,
Which I'm going
and it
to.
has no effect, we would know it is a ground type hidden power or a ghost type hidden power, since it is a normal and a flying type, which they are immune to ghost and ground respectively.
All right, so we
But
got
hit, it's not very effective.
not very effective. So it's going to be Bug or Grass. So
If
could
it's
be
grass, that's
useful.
extremely good.
Yeah, grass would be wonderful, but bug would be useless. So we'll find out.
Now, Rival does have 2 Pokemon here, and we'll, I guess, well, yeah, we'll know based on whether it works so well on Piplup or not.
Yes, yep, we certainly will. So basically, if it's super effective on Piplup here, we know it's grass, and if it's not, then it is useless.
Yeah.
And
Then
that
do you stop using it if it's useless?
more or less.
Okay.
If depending on, so a hidden power can also vary in power in terms of how hard it hits, and sometimes if it's like a neutral hidden power, that is also, darn, it's bug. So if it's a neutral hidden power that it has a lot of power behind it, it might be more useful than using Ember. But yeah, nope, neither are good. I'm choosing to use Ember here in hopes that I get a little burn action, because it looks like it's about the same HP. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna keep an eye on my health too, of course. And also, actually, well, no, both moves are special, so we don't have to worry about that. I was gonna say Growl will affect our attack, but neither move is using an attack stat right now. They're both using our special attack. Let's see here. Come on, give me the burn. Just help me out. Please help me out. Oh, I used hidden power there. Oh well.
I can't remember which generation they changed it in, but it is either maximum 70 power or maximum 60 power for the hidden power.
Yeah, but I think it can go as low as 30.
Yeah, it could be as
30.
low as 30.
Yeah,
And that's also randomly generated by the IVs or individual values of a Pokemon.
exactly. All right, so our hidden power is useless. So that means we're going to be riding the struggle
So
bus here a little
close.
bit.
At least it gave us a chance.
Yeah, at least it was exciting, that's for sure. Ultimately let us down in the end. But we're going to be riding the struggle bus here as we go through. So we're going to be dodging some trainers. Unfortunately, I still don't have access to repels or anything, so I'm still just in hopes that I'm not hitting encounters. Luckily, that was pretty good. We'll see how the rest of it goes. We're going to get Rock Smash here, which we can't use yet, but we will later.
It's slightly faster to talk to this guy because if you just try to run by, he's gonna, give the exclamation point and come down and talk to you.
Yes.
But yeah, other Pokemon games have like a repel on the ground somewhere, but you are just, you're out of luck.
Yeah.
in
There's
Gen 4.
no saving it here.
You don't
Now-
get any repels until you beat the first gym leader.
Exactly. So now, luckily, once we do beat the gym leader, we will have a little bit of a saving grace, but not much. Okay, so no use there. We're actually going to hit this trainer on purpose. So I have my laptop over here on the side, which just to help me deduce what the hidden power is, I have like a little graph. Like if this happens, then it's probably this. If this happens, then it's this. But it also, based off the hidden power, it could change our route a little bit. So I'm choosing to go a very specific route based on the fact that I got Bug as a hidden power, which means that it's useless, which means that I'm trying to take a slightly more optimal fights, meaning I'm trying to fight less rock Pokemon, basically.
It was useful against Badoo.
Well, I used Ember there, so that's a
Never
good one.
mind.
But yeah, for example, Ember is not great here, so I'm gonna choose to hidden power the Psyduck here.
Yeah, maybe for like a weak grass type Pokemon, you don't want to waste an Ember on that. You might
Yeah.
want to use the hidden power Bug if it'll take it out.
Yeah, which it's solid. Nah, I was hoping for a crit there to take that out. That would've been nice, but your nose or health is getting a little low here. Instead of healing this off with potions, I'm actually going to take a Center in Orberg. That accomplishes two things. One, it heals me. It saves a healing item. It gets my my PP for Ember back up. So that's all nice. But also establishes that if I happen to die, say to Roark or something, our first gym leader, I will just be in Orberg. So that'll be nice. I don't really have to worry about saving and wasting that time. But usually
Is the
pretty
gym
good.
in the rock gym is the only gym you do, right? Or no, you do two?
We do 2 gyms, yep.
Okay.
So this is one of 2 gyms that we do.
Okay.
Oops.
Yeah, the gym leader's not there right now. We have to go find him.
Yeah, which is another one of the. This will be the last section in which we have to no repels and have to hope that things go well in terms of wild encounters.
Disappeared without a trace, and all he left behind was a McDouble.
Oh man, I'm getting hungry now all of a sudden. I don't know why. All right, so we're gonna go down into the Orberg Mines here.
Oh, I realized when I introduced myself earlier, I didn't say that I was your fiance, but hey,
Yeah, that's also important.
Yeah.
Yeah, my life partner.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Also important to note. Yeah. I'm glad you said that. Yeah.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello. All right. So got very unlucky and hit an encounter pretty much right away. so that stinks. But we're going to, oh my gosh.
No.
It's like it knows I'm doing a marathon run.
This is a painful part of the game in any percent because you just have no repels. But at least at the very, very end of the cave, I don't know, it's a platinum. I don't know if it's in Pearl, down to Pearl. There's an escape rope.
Yes, which we will be taking.
So you don't
and
have to
immediately
walk
using.
all the way
Yeah.
back out, at least. Yeah.
Yes, that is nice.
Would I have time for an announcement during this sequence?
Yeah, why not?
All right, I would just like to draw everybody's attention to the Whiplash Watch Opening Cutscene Incentive. That will close at the beginning of the next run, and it is currently at 70 of 150. Let's get it there.
Yes.
And if we do get it there, we will be really close to 3,500, by the way.
Yay.
Ooh.
So get on it, let's go.
I would love to hit 3,500 in my run. That would make me feel really, really good.
Come
If you
on.
want to make me feel really, really good, you could do that. That'd be great. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna. This is another trainer that this is an optional, but we're taking it on purpose. One thing that we have. Oh, that was a bad roll too. So I mean, we're gonna take.
Yeah, and you got the defense drop. You got 2 defense drops in a row. Rock Smash has a 50% chance to drop defense. You
I
got
don't
it
know
twice
why.
in a row.
Yeah, should not have used hidden power there because they gave me an extra text box, but ultimately it doesn't matter. One thing, so yeah, I'll be fighting some extra trainers here, quote unquote extra, because our hidden power was bad. Though in a marathon run, I'd probably be taking extra experience anyway, just to be absolutely super safe. But because I'm going to take this potion as well, just to be, again, super safe. But we need enough experience so that we have a Monferno before Roark. Not only will we have a Monferno and therefore will be a little bit more powerful, but when you hit level 14 and evolve into Monferno, you also get Mach Punch, which is a fighting type move, which is the main move that we're going to be using against Roark, because fighting will work against rocks.
Yeah. Once again, I don't know if it's the same down to Pearl because I can't remember. But in Platinum, Roark has a Cranidos, a Geodude,
And an Onyx.
and an Onyx. Yeah. Cranidos is the threat because Cranidos actually has a respectable attack stat,
Yep.
and it's kind of scary.
Yeah, exactly. All right. 12 is good. Just keeping an eye on my health here, playing things a little bit safe. I need to heal, you know? But yeah, here is exactly why we're in Struggleless City here, because we're just going to be embering to win here. Nothing we can do about it. Because I picked up that extra potion, actually, at the start of the Onyx turn here, I'm going to heal. Just don't want to get crit, really don't.
Yeah, because you may see that the attack's doing 3 damage, 6 damage, whatever. But if you're playing around a crit, you need to basically make sure you're good for double the damage that it could do. Because it's only 1 in 16, yes, but it strikes you when you least expect it, when you least want it to.
Yep. And there you go. You see there, it was a super effective move that did 8 damage. So I had 9 health. If I had crit, I would have been dead. So healing is definitely the move there. He doesn't have to use a rock throw, as you can see. He could use Harden instead. He may also have tackle. I can't remember. I can't remember this Onyx moveset exactly. But usually when he goes for damage, he goes for rock throw anyway. There we go. All right, 2 more embers should do it, unless we get a crit, I guess. Yeah, no.
As long as you don't get crit here, we're fine.
Yeah, this was a little bit of a risk, but
Oh, I'm so nervous.
Calculated risk.
yeah, we'll call that purposeful.
And now we get Blaze.
Yeah, very valuable for. Actually, I'm gonna heal. I think.
Crits can definitely smell fear, as
Yeah.
the chat is pointing out.
Crits can also smell marathons, as it turns out, in my experience. All right, so we got one here. Okay, we are going to get this escape rope and get out of here.
And no more encounters.
No more encounters now.
That was like so many encounters.
Yeah, boy, I bet. What did I hit? Maybe 10 total.
Wasn't good.
Yeah, that's not great. That's not great. We don't love that.
Did
trying
you
to
find the gym leader?
Yeah, yep, we talked to him, so we're good. That is a good question to note because I have gone there, forgot to talk to Roark, and then tried to escape rope.
Oh, no.
And then
Yeah, he was the guy standing there that broke the rock.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was the one who exactly broke the rock there, so it worked out in my favor. We're gonna skip the first gym trainer here and just fight the second one. That will give us enough XP to be level 14 by the end of that fight, and therefore we will be Monferno.
Yeah, if you're playing with Piplup or Turtwig by this point, you may not need to fight this many trainers, but as Concession pointed out, we're going into this with a type disadvantage.
Yes.
So
Yeah. But don't worry, it will be worth it. It will be worth it. After this, it'll be okay somewhat.
The only Pokemon game I've ever played was the newer version of this game, and I named my Turtwig Turdy Baby.
Yes. You
And
love.
you probably had no problem with Rourke.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Yeah, you probably skated through. You're someone who will do a little bit of a grind as well. So you probably were like level 20 something going in here and earthquaking or something.
I was like fighting everything just so that I would be buff.
Yeah, you were definitely buff. I do remember that.
Rourke was shivering.
Yeah.
Rourke's levels are just, it's a little tough for the early game, especially if you're a Chimchar enjoyer.
Yes. Now, if you were doing this any percent Manipless category and you were lucky enough to get grass, a lot of people will then elect in order to get a much better PB to skip a lot of trainers and will go right for Roark as Chimchar instead of Monferno. Can be a little risky even with that because you're also under leveled. You'll go into that fight at like level 12 or 13 depending on what you choose to do. So it can get a little nefarious, but obviously we're not going to be, well, we're playing with fire, but we're not going to be playing with fire, if you know what I'm saying. All right, so Onyx is down and just enough to hit level 14 there.
Yeah, so Chimchar actually evolves the earliest of all the starters, level 14. That's the earliest any starter evolves in any Pokemon game, I believe.
Yeah, I believe that's correct. Another reason why, even though we have this type disadvantage here, it's a little bit beneficial to have a Pokemon that evolves early. Can make things go by a little bit faster.
Yeah, so Monferno actually gets a dual typing of fighting. So we mentioned Stab earlier, how that works for Ember. But like Conception said, we're getting Mach Punch now, and that is also going to get Stab boosted with that dual typing of fighting.
Could you run this game with the other starter Pokemon?
You certainly could, yeah.
Yeah, people have done alt main runs where maybe not this particular category where the 80% run finishes in an hour, but maybe the 80% glitchless all the way through. I've seen plenty of that throughout the community.
Yeah, actually, a good friend of mine, Ness _, shout out to Ness _. I'm going to have to heal twice here. That's unfortunate. I really want to go into this with full health because you never know what you're going to get. Has run this very category for marathons before, and instead of doing the bid wars and stuff that I did for incentives, had an incentive for choose the starter and just adapted on the route based on that.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah, definitely cool. Definitely went with a higher estimate than me because if you went with Turtwig or Piplup, the things get a little bit more complicated later. All right, so we're gonna be Mach Punching we're gonna just Mach Punch straight through here for Geodude, and we're gonna be playing Onyx a little bit differently.
Oh, a really good miss.
Yeah, we love that
Nice.
miss. We love that miss a lot, so that's great. And
Good RNG, as they say.
Good RNG, as the gamers say, for sure. Okay, so one thing I talked about teaching Hidden Power over Scratch. Most people would teach Hidden Power over Taunt. The reason why I didn't is I'm actually I'm gonna lead Taunt here with the Onyx. That will give me the potential. Of course, he's gonna use Rock Throw instead. It'll give me the potential that if he was gonna use a move that is not
Like Harden.
yeah, like Harden, that is not gonna damage me, it will just do nothing. You know.
Yeah. Last thing we want is boosted defense here, and we're trying to take him out with a physical move.
Another miss though. Love that. We're actually gonna Leer here. Based off of that roll, I'm gonna Leer twice actually. Just to
Oh
be
yeah,
safe.
we actually fighting type actually resists rock, so we're not completely dead in the water to rock moves anymore.
Exactly.
It's a neutral damage now.
Yeah, but we Leer twice to drop Onyx's defense to -2 in order for that second Mach Punch to hit. I could have Leered once and then Mach Punched and hope for a good roll. It probably wouldn't have gone well, and then you would have a little bit of health left and would heal. So we want to ignore that.
For every spinner you hit, you should donate $5.
Yes, I will donate $5 for every spinner or optional trainer I hit because I could just hit optional trainers by being a little rough on the movement. My chat will be able to attest to that for sure. Good first turn, and bye-bye, Cranidos.
Yeah, well, Kratos has like I said, a respectable attack stat, but the defenses are not quite there.
Yeah, not much defense at all. We just Leer it once to be able to ensure that Cranidos is going to fall. And Roark is down. 1 badge in the can.
Yay! One of the only 2 badges you get.
One of 2 badges, yes. One of 2 badges that we will be getting. But there we go. And things definitely open up a little bit more for us in terms of ease. We're not going to be fighting a ton of really hard trainers. We'll be fighting a couple of like boss type trainers, but even them are not overly complicated. So that'll be good. But Roark is kind of the first test, first and one of the only tests that says, you know, hey, is this going to be a good run or not?
What'd you say
Really
about that
excited about all the people who probably just heard you say only 2 badges and went like, huh? How is that
Yeah.
possible?
Yeah, you're
Stay-
probably
stay
very
tuned.
confused. Yeah, but
You're
don't
in for
worry.
a treat.
Yeah, we'll explain. Don't worry. First, we're gonna buy some super repel. We're gonna buy some super potions, and then as many repels as we can afford, and we're gonna go on and get out of here.
The 8 badges needed to register with the Pokemon League is just a suggestion.
Yeah, in this game for sure, it's just a suggestion. What's
Is
up,
this
McDouble?
He's back.
It comes when you least expect it.
Yeah. A McDouble that comes when you least expect it is disturbing, for sure.
I was gonna say it's the best, but maybe.
Well, yeah,
was
I guess
wrong.
it could be good depending on how you look at it. Okay, we're gonna do 2 things here. One, we're gonna of course repel, and then 2, we're gonna teach not Stealth Rock. We're gonna teach Rock Smash.
Yeah, the HM moves, at least at this point in the series, kind of a burden, honestly. It's required to progress in the region ahead of us. We can't get around it. Especially with a run so short, we might as well just teach it to our starter because we don't have to do much left with the starter.
Yeah, and so that's one of the main reasons that Chimchar as well is also the faster option, because Chimchar has the ability to learn Rock Smash, which is the only HM move that we really need to learn.
I liked that little swoop move you did around the trainer in the cave.
Yeah, gotta give it a
Yeah,
little
he
bit.
didn't
of a
hit
swoop.
that one earlier, so we needed to dodge it again. The other
Yeah.
one, he already hit, so there's no need to go
Yeah,
around that one.
exactly. Otherwise, I have hit that trainer thinking I fought it before and didn't. So
Okay.
we have a double fight here, which is very inconsequential. Does not affect us. But then we will be encountering our first spinner.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I
know,
kind of hope you hit them just so you can donate to the marathon. So.
Yeah, how about this? Okay, so we said $5 for every spinner or optional I hit, right?
Yeah.
If I hit no optionals or spinners, I'll donate $20.
Nice.
Sounds good? That sounds good.
I think that's fair.
So that way the
Clapping and
charity is good either way.
Yeah, we didn't mention it earlier, but Lucas will always pick the starter that is that your starter has a type advantage on.
Exactly.
Which in this case we picked Chimchar, so they picked her tweet.
All right.
Is
And
Lucas different from your rival?
yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
Lucas is the professor's assistant.
Okay.
Yeah, starting in I don't think was there a professor's assistant in Gen 3? I don't think so. a big-
Just their kid, which is your rival.
Yeah, just the rival. Yeah. So yeah, this is the first one where we get like kind of more people than normal.
Yeah, this time they gave us 2 rival-ish characters, and then Gen 6, it's like, oh my gosh, there's like 5 of them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they really open up from there. Okay, yeah. So again, that fight was inconsequential. We also don't need Fury Swipes. You might have seen that popped up, but it's not useful for us.
It's a really bad move.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's got 15 base power. It can hit up to 5 times, but then on top of that, it only has 85 accuracy. So it's just not good.
Are there any Pokemon games that you actually can play as Ash?
No, not really. But you can
Sad.
make it's complicated.
You can
So
make anybody Ash.
You can make anybody Ash.
That's true.
And some people argue that the trainer you fight in yellow is Ash because of the whole Pikachu out of
Matter
the
of
ball
fact,
thing.
for the Pokemon Speedruns marathon we just had like a week or 2 ago, somebody did a Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee run with the category named Bootleg Ash, where they did literally everything that Ash did in the anime, including catching 39 Tauros, or 29 Tauros, whatever it was.
All right, that's 1 spinner pass, by the way.
Very good. And the Conception's doing the thing that I mentioned where you wait for the spinner to turn, you walk forward, and then press X to open up the menu. That buffers exactly enough frames with normal human reaction time to where the spinner has literally no way to turn again before you have passed them. Because they spin on cycles where every so often, every couple frames, within a range of frames, they can turn.
Nah, I'm not gonna take that one.
But yeah, we're basically locking them out of the ability to turn.
All right, be patient. Be patient. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
They take so long.
No.
Oh no.
This one's terrible.
Yeah, this one's my least favorite by a lot.
There we go. Yeah, it's best.
We have to pass this one twice, of course. And we got to be a little bit patient there because we do not want to hit that trainer. I've been super excited, like, oh yeah, I got a super fast spinner pass.
Those twins right there. You went a little bit high, and I was worried. But if you don't have 2 Pokemon, you don't have anything to worry about. Because they'll
Yeah.
only battle you if you have 2 Pokemon.
Exactly.
They believe in fair and equality.
Oops. Got to talk to some people twice sometimes. It's just important. Yes, yeah, you only have double battles that occur if there are 2 Pokemon available, whether that be you have 2 Pokemon or if you happen to have like a companion, which we do have occur in this run as well.
Yeah,
at a
like
later
in
point.
Jubilife, yeah.
Yep.
I love this section with all the flowers. It's so
beautiful. Yeah, it really is.
I want to live here.
You imagine how good it smells?
I know.
It must smell so good. They also harvest honey here.
Oh my god.
So
This is like
in addition to
dream
fire,
world.
yeah, flowers and honey. You can't get better than that. We have 2 fights here. They're inconsequential. They're nothing. We don't have to worry about it. Helix, if you got anything to read, now's a good time.
That was a loud mic click. Apologies. We do have $15 here from Triple Shock Latte, who says, "Da besto." That went toward the trainer name is Pesto. So, yeah. Pesto da besto. And I'm just going to remind you all again about that Whiplash Watch the Opening Cutscene incentive. You definitely want to see that. I've heard from Jaxler that it's pretty ridiculous. So definitely donate toward that. We're still at a 70 of 150.
And if you know Jaxler at all, you know that there are some interesting games that he runs. So if Jaxler says that that's interesting, it's pretty darn interesting. So let's get some donations in for that, for sure.
Yeah, a vouch.
Yeah, for sure. We got one more fight here. It's just a Zubat. We're going to ember twice. And then we're going to enter Valley Windworks, which will have our 3rd spinner.
I remember last time you ran this, I was like, do all bats not have eyes? But I think it's just Zubat.
Just Zubat doesn't
In
have
Pokemon
eyes.
Legends Arceus, the way you can tell, the immediate way you can tell if you're fighting an alpha Pokemon or not is that their eyes will flash red. But Zubat has no eyes, so
Oh,
you have to
no.
tell that basically based off its size.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we were talking about that in my chat last time, which was funny. I was like, because you were like, why does Zubat have no eyes? I was like, I think it's a gimmick, because...
You're also quizzed on it in the main story portion of Legends Arceus.
That's true. Yeah, I forgot about that part. Wow, jeez. But yeah, I was like, yeah, I think it's just a gimmick, because bats don't need eyes to, echolocate things. And then she was just like, so do all bats not have eyes?
But I think that they
No,
do.
they have eyes. They
Yeah.
definitely have eyes, for sure.
Yeah, so the way that Conception's doing this, he went and talked to the girl first, and then came up here and fought these trainers. I believe you're intended to try to go all the way to the Valley Windworks first and fight the trainer in there, because he's going to lock himself inside of the Valley Windworks here and tell us we need a key. Conception already has the key. He got it from those 2 grunts that are in the meadow.
Yep.
So he'll be able to just walk right in. There's less movement.
But you do have to still talk to the little girl, otherwise those trainers in the that we just fought won't even be there. So you do have to talk to her first. It's important. Glammy out here. We're gonna punch a cat. I'm sorry, we're gonna punch a cat.
No.
I know. I don't feel great about it either, but it's type advantages, it's speed, it's for charity. We gotta get the ball rolling. So we're gonna punch a cat with a monkey. All right, so level 17 here, that's pretty decent. We have our 3rd spinner in here that we're going to have to also pass twice, unfortunately. If we do hit it, this is the best of the spinners to hit because he only has 1 Pokemon and it's a Cascoon, so it's pretty fast. However, I'm low on PP for Embers, so I really don't want to hit it. So even if I do hit it, I probably won't use Ember, so it will slow it down significantly. So I can never tell if I'm in the right
You're in the right
tile
spot.
here.
You're fine.
It's always disillusioning. There we go. Good. I should have healed on one of those pauses, actually.
Yeah, the
so-
perspective of Gen 4 is a little strange.
Yeah.
It takes some getting used to, for sure.
So is that 3 of the 4 spinners?
That is 3 of 4 that I have missed, which is great. And we're going to be fighting Mars here. Mars is not too terrible. We can get trolled by Mars, though. Mars leads with a Zubat. That Zubat has Toxic, does not have to use Toxic, but it could use Toxic, and we could get poisoned. But that is exactly the reason why I pick up a couple of antidotes in case that does happen.
I like the poison sound. It's like bloop bloop.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, it's very
Toxic,
nice.
if it's a 100% accuracy move, I believe, in this generation.
Yeah. Leech Life is good.
It inflicts badly poison status, which means every turn that passes, you're going to be taking more poison damage than the turn you took before.
Yeah, exactly.
So eventually, where, if you had the chance to heal and heal up, it'll eventually just take your whole health bar in one turn. So
Exactly, yep. All
I
right.
didn't see it here.
We did not see it, thankfully. I am a little bit nervous on my... of course. All right. Well, we're
Still didn't see it.
Still didn't see it. Still didn't see it. That was a bad range. I have 1 ember left, so it's
Choose
a little,
wisely.
Yeah.
Luckily,
Luckily,
you mentioned earlier, your hidden power is bug type. So on a grass type that may not need an ember, you can use that hidden power.
we did get rid of hidden power for
never
Mach
mind.
Punch, but
I missed that part.
but for Perugly, we don't need ember.
That's such a cute little kitty. Oh my goodness. That's
Yeah,
like-
kind of mean they named it Perugly, TBH.
Yeah, I was like, it's not ugly.
No, not at all.
Probably. I mean,
Alright.
it may have just looked at them
Hope
like
for
that when they
defense
were
drop
naming
here.
it.
Hope for defense drop? Of course not. Why would we? Why would we get that?
Do you have to? So you have to go back to Pokemon Center in order to restore your Ember.
If you have an ether and elixir, you can, but at this point in the game, I don't think we do.
No, and we won't need to. We'll get into that in just a few minutes as to why I won't need to heal anything, and I will still get healed to full.
Right, right.
But we'll get into that in just a couple minutes. That was a pretty good fight. The only thing that trolled me is the Zubat extra turn. And I did not. We lead Rock Smash on Perugly in hopes that we get the defense
My
drop.
alarm's going off.
That will save all of the phone sounds.
Sorry.
That will save us having to waste another turn to use Leer. Otherwise, Mach Punch will not do enough damage to kill the Perugly. So if we had gotten the defense drop from the Rock Smash, that would have been great. But here we are.
It's 50% coin flip, and you don't always win coin flips.
Exactly. Especially in a marathon run, that 50% turns into like 10%. But we are out of here.
Is
Legends
Growl-
Arceus, I'm gonna hope I hit at least like 3 or 4 coin flips. So
Yeah, you're gonna want to hope for that.
Is Growlithe in Diamond or Pearl?
Great question. Actually, I don't honestly know.
Okay.
I think Growlithe might be in the Trophy Garden. Don't quote me.
No,
on that,
not
though.
use, not use. Oh boy. We're gonna give this in case we get paralysis here coming up, and then we're going to use a repel.
So there's some items that Pokemon know how to use. If you were to give a Pokemon a potion, it looks at it like, I'm a Pokemon. What do you expect me to do with this? Like, I don't know how to use this. But a berry, it's food. They know how to eat food.
They can eat.
So with a held item being a berry, the Pokemon will actually use it automatically once everything that applies to that item is in play. Like, for example, the cherry berry. Once Chimchar gets confused, it's going to automatically consume that and heal the paralysis without passing a turn. You don't need to use a turn to do that.
Did you just pass all the?
Yep, I just passed the fourth and final. Oh boy, I messed up my movement there, and of course I had an encounter.
Well, it's okay. You're gonna get a full heal now because Cheryl.
Yeah, that is the secret benefit here. So whenever you have a companion, like we have our good friend Cheryl here, whenever you enter a battle of any sort, if it's a trainer battle, if it's a wild battle, once you exit that battle, your Pokemon will be fully healed. So I will be going into this fight fully healed now, but the downside is I had to waste an encounter to do it. But whatever.
It's a marathon safety strat. We appreciate you
Yeah.
going through
Yeah.
You did it on purpose. Obviously.
Yeah, I did it for you, for sure. Not because movement is rough on me. Definitely did it for you. But here we have this double battle. This fight is really annoying. It's not necessarily dangerous or scary per se, but it is really frustrating. And what makes it frustrating is that Pachirisu there. Very, very annoying. We're actually going to be taking out all of the bug types that are going to be on the right side of the screen. It's going to be a Wurmple, a Cascoon, and a Beautifly. Actually, it goes Beautifly, then Cascoon. What we hope to see is a Pachirisu Bide. Of course, it's going to Spark me and try to paralyze
Spark
me
has a
instead.
30% chance to paralyze.
Yeah.
So
Didn't
it
get
happens more
paralyzed.
often than you'd like it to.
Yeah, 30%, which equals 80%, obviously, in Pokemon standards.
Absolutely.
So we're going to keep targeting the bug types here. Take them out, especially Beautifly. Beautifly having psychic type moves really would mess us up if we chose to target Pachirisu here, for example.
I would
we'd
presume it
probably
also
take
has some kind of like spore attack, like stun spore, poison powder.
you gotta assume. It probably does, but I never mess with it enough to know. So I never want to
Gone
take that
before
option.
it's a problem.
All right, the Chansey crit there is not unuseful, depending on what we get here. After this Cascoon fight, we are going to be level 19, which we will learn Flame Wheel, I believe. It might be next fight, actually. I often forget when we learn Flame Wheel. It doesn't really matter. I can't remember. I never remember if it's 19 or 20. It's 19. There you go. Yeah, we're going to forget a move. We're going to say goodbye to Mach Punch. Thank you for all that you've done, Mach Punch. Salute.
And it's actually a Silcoon. I think they're trying to teach you how to get to Beautifly. You have a Wurmple, it evolves into Silcoon, and you get a Beautifly.
Yes, this is correct. I have been...
Poor Chansey's paralyzed. How will it ever, carry this fight for us now?
Exactly. Well, luckily, this should do it. But Chansey actually put in some work there for us with all those egg bombs.
Oh.
Egg bomb's not an accurate move.
Not an accurate move, hit like 3 times, and it made it, I think it saves us 1 turn if we get enough hits there. So definitely putting in some work. Shout outs to Chansey there. Not shout out to Chansey here. Actually, Chansey could be slow us down a little bit depending on what we get. So, but this fight is another double fight, but this one is way easier. It's just 2 Abras, which we can take out with 1 flame wheel apiece. One time I took out the first Abra, and then Chansey targeted the second one with an egg bomb, and it crit and killed it. That's only happened to me 1 time. That's the fastest possible thing that can happen here. Can we get that lucky? Probably not, right? Let's see.
Probably not. You can fight these trainers one at a time if you're so inclined. Any double battle where you have access to directly talk to the trainers, you can split them up that way if it's a little bit easier.
In power. Doesn't do nothing to us. We're gonna be healed after this fight anyway. That's actually faster than if it hit and didn't crit. So I will take it. If it had egg bombed and then hit and then didn't crit, it would be slower because how slow the health bar is in this game.
Oh yeah, it does the hit animation, then the game just waits and thinks about it, I guess, in Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah.
It has to
And then it's like, oh yeah, the health bar. We gotta drag that down.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's actually the second fastest option is to miss. So 1 tile early, but that'll be fine. All right, and then we're gonna repel here. So fun fact about this too, you might see like on your screen here little stutter steps when I'm in the grass. So we actually still want to limit the amount of grass tiles that we're going to be in there, even though we won't hit an encounter do the repel, because on a tile that you would have hit an encounter if you were not repelling, you'll get lag frames. So just a fun little way to optimize just by a few frames is to keep out of the grass as much as you possibly can. But here we are. We're in Eternity.
Center?
Oh yeah, Eternity. Had to think for a second. I'm not going to center. Don't need to because we are full health.
Bold. Bringing a fire type into a grass type gym and not going to center.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely really bold of me. But yeah, we're going in full health here with a fire type in an all grass gym. So as you can imagine, won't need to worry about it too much. The annoying part here is that you have to fight every gym trainer in this gym, and they are all over the place in this.
They hide.
Yeah. They're all hidden. They're all in the same place, which is great. But yeah, you have to walk to them and talk to them and fight them all. There's 4 of them, so it's a little bit annoying. But what can you do?
I mean, you have to fight them all in Platinum too, but Platinum made a lot of changes to the gyms to make them a little bit more easy on the eyes and easy on the brain. Because sometimes it is really hard to see these trainers, even in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, where they brought back this design.
Yep, exactly. We got Rosalia here. Yeah, there's not too much to explain here. Helix, if we have any plugs, donations, anything we want to shout out?
I'm going to plug this Whiplash incentive again. Can we get some sort of donation train going? Give me some stuff to read.
I was going to donate, but I'm also sitting here, so I don't know if that's bad.
I mean, you could do it on your... We've had people donate on their phones from the couch before. It is not unheard of.
Okay.
Yeah, how dare you?
I was gonna say, I don't think that's poor etiquette. She stopped commentating to donate money. How dare she?
How dare you donate to charity?
Donating money to Children's Cancer Research Fund is never bad etiquette.
Yeah, what's wrong with you? Come
We've
on.
had people donate while running before.
Yeah.
I love that too. That's great.
I wish I had free hands to do that. I will. All right.
Anyway, we are still at 70 of 150, so get them in.
Yes, we're almost there. If I remember correctly, Whiplash is not a long run, so. We have the incentive for Neopets as well. If that was that already met?
Do. No, it is not. The
Okay.
Neopets Glitch Exhibition is at 144 of 400. We will have the entire Whiplash and Neopets runs to meet that, but those are on the shorter side, so definitely put your donations toward that too. But the Whiplash one is the pressing one because that will close at the start of the next run.
Yes, absolutely. One tiny little fun optimization I love in this fight. So this fight is just 3 Voodoos. Not in a trench coat trying to sneak into a movie, just 3 Voodoos. The second Voodoo is just weak enough that instead of using Flame Wheel on it, you can use Ember and still kill it. And that is slightly more optimal because Ember is less text than Flame Wheel.
And text Gen 4 matters. Text in Gen 4 matters so much.
Yes.
Because it has the slowest text speed, even when set to fast.
Yeah, even when set to fast, it is fine. I mean, it's no Gen 1, which is 1 frame per letter, but
Oh gosh, that's so
yeah,
slow.
that's a lot. But it is still a lot. They did a lot of slow things in this game, like the
I
health
mentioned
bar. Oh my
I
gosh.
mentioned randomizer runs of Pokemon Platinum. The world record for Platinum, I think, is in the 340s. The fastest I've done with an Instatext mod is like a 253.
Yeah.
So it's a massive, massive difference with the text speed.
It saves you tons of time. So yeah, we'll take a few letters off whenever we can get
Yeah,
it.
what is you speedrun red as well, right?
Yes, I've speedran Pokemon Red any % glitchless in the past.
And that's
yes.
closer to like 2 hours.
Yeah, yep. The world record I believe is in the low 145.
Okay.
My PB is like 152. I think on the nose actually it's 150.
Also, I don't forgive you for hurting my Turtwig.
Turdy baby.
Turdy baby.
That's the only one, I think.
Yeah, it's the
Okay,
only one that we
okay.
have to do.
Well, does
oh no,
Gardenia have
no,
one?
that's Gardenia
Yeah.
has a Turtwig
No.
too.
You should look at your phone and donate like while
Please don't
while the
hurt
Turtwig is on screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please save the Turtwig.
Save the turtles.
Get a little hand stretch here. It's a very intensive run.
Yeah, it's a very intensive run.
Because as I talked about when we were doing the catch tutorial here, mashing while stuff is being hit is faster than not. So I have to mash during every fight, which is a little bit frustrating on the old hands.
Yeah, the only time you have free is when they're sending out Pokemon like that, right,
Yeah.
right at the beginning of a battle.
Exactly. All right, so that is the last of the gym trainers, thankfully.
Do you have to go fight the main trainer?
Yeah, we got to go
Yeah.
fight the gym leader Gardenia.
Gym leader, sorry.
Yep, no, that's good. You're fine. You're gonna fight the gym leader Gardenia. She is largely inconsequential, though her Roserade can be a little bit annoying. And we could also get an unfortunate range with her Turtwig if we don't one-shot it. It could
Okay.
use
I'm
Reflect.
donating now, so I don't have to look at
Roserade's pretty fast.
Yeah, Roserade is fast and will be faster than us, and it's also a little bit beefy, so we can't one-shot it. So we're gonna have to use Leer and then Flame Wheel. Cherubi is nothing. We're gonna take out. Cherubi's also very cute, by the way, but we're also gonna take it out. Even in a Manipt run, this Turtwig is I believe it's a 15 to 16 range. And now, even though I'm a little bit higher level than I would be if I was in a Manipt run, I still have no idea. I don't pay attention to my stats here. I could try to calculate it and worry about it every run, but that seems like too much head math to do. So I'm not overly paying attention. I just know, like, oh, I have vaguely good attack. I have vaguely good speed. I have vaguely good defense.
Oh my god.
But we were able to, I guess, have strong enough attack to take out the Turtwig.
Whatever the range was, you hit it.
Yeah, or if it was a range, we hit it. Yes, exactly. We're gonna have Roserade here. We're gonna lead Leer. Hopefully we don't get poisoned. Oh, Stun Spore, but
We have the Cherry Berry.
wabba! Calculated.
And no turn taken to do that.
Yep. Ah.
Okay,
Ah!
so it's only 75% accurate.
Yeah. I did have another paralyzed heal, so I would have been fine after it.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right.
No, yeah. Once you Leer, it's a guaranteed range here.
Right,
Should be.
Flame Wheel's physical.
Flame Wheel is a physical attack move, not a special. And based all the way back from the first fight I had with that Starly when I first got my Chimchar, I had a vague idea that my attack was probably good.
Okay, I think I successfully missed Turtwig getting hurt.
Good.
Yay.
Good, yeah. We sent Turtwig to live at a farm
Yay.
upstate, for sure.
We just asked her not to send it out. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Instead of that, yeah, why don't you just have it take a rest? All right.
You have 3 Pokemon, I have 1. It's not fair.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, give me a fighting chance here. Okay, as we've been teasing the whole time, we're only gonna get 2 badges. We're not quite done with everything that we need to do. We still have one more area of trainers to fight, which is in the Team Galactic building
To
here.
do our big broken thing, we need a bike. And
Yes.
they've kidnapped the bike man because they know we need that bike.
Yeah, they are holding it ransom. They are trying to extend this run further, and I
I
don't
think
want
it's
to.
secretly the Pokemon League
Yeah,
because they're upset that we're going against their wishes.
yeah. Big Pokemon is just trying to
Big
keep you down.
Pokemon?
All right, so we get cut here, which is great because we have to cut something right now. So that's very good. We're gonna again teach it to not Turtwig, jeez, to
Sorry.
Chimchar.
Turtwig on the
Turtwig
line.
can learn it. I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Turtwig could learn it if I had one. But we're gonna teach it to our Monferno here. Another good reason why we choose Monferno/Chimchar is because we want to get rid of Ember. Because it can learn Cut and Rock Smash. It's the two HMs that we're going to use.
I wish you could pick the color of bike that you get.
You
Yeah.
can in Omega Ruby Alpha. You can in X and Y, actually.
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's one of the only games you can.
But not.
You only have the choice of yellow or green, but at least it's a choice.
It's a choice, yeah.
Yeah, you get a choice. So we're going in here. Fun fact: this area could be ever so slightly optimized if you are in Blaze, because then you could use Ember instead of Flame Wheel, and again, less text, but it would be across like 5 or 6 different Pokemon. But we are actually full health, I believe, so we are not anywhere close to Blaze. Therefore, we're going to be Flame Wheeling for the win. All this area is just fighting trainers and one-shotting them, with the exception of this next Pokemon, which could sneak in a little, it's not Sucker Punch, the other priority Dark-type move. Let's see if we get it. Yeah, there it is, Fake Out. That's what could extend.
Fake Out's normal.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
you know, it prevents. It's always a flinch, and
Yeah.
you can only use it the first turn you're sent out. So Glameow only had that turn to use Fake Out.
Yep, and it's not guaranteed to use Fake Out. It could just not. But wanted to, again, extend us ever so slightly. Other than that, I'm just going to be one-shotting everything until we get to Jupiter. Probably the last time for a nice little plug here for donations would be good healings.
All right, well, there's $10 from Ashlyn here. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That says donating so I don't have to see Turtwig get hurt.
Woo! All right, we need to hit
So,
this amount.
You said last good spot for donations, which means we are coming up really close to the start of this next run, and this incentive is at 80 of 150. Can we get it there before this run ends? I know you can do it. Come on.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Donate.midwestspeedfest.com. Let's do it.
a $5 or even with $1. donation
Everything
thing.
counts.
Yeah.
Everything counts. Everything helps the Children's Cancer Research Fund.
Absolutely.
Any little bit you can give.
Fun thing that happens a lot in various different Pokemon speedruns that I've seen is that people will donate their favorite Dex number for their favorite Pokemon. Why not
Aw,
that?
that's cute.
Yes, I would be so happy to read those off.
It's above. It's like 387.
Yeah.
You got
Hey.
387.
Yeah, I love
got it.
stairs.
Or I know that Nate can do a few Pokemon sounds if anyone
Oh,
wants.
can I?
I think so.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm not as talented as many other famous Pokemon speedrunners out there, and I also just don't know a lot of sounds. But
What's the one that you do, Jinx?
well, that's the one that I've seen Keyzeron do plenty of times to the point that I can practice Keyzeron's impression of a Jinx cry, so I could do that.
Donate for an impression of Keyzeron doing an impression of Jinx.
Yes. Yes. If you'd like to see my Keyzeron, you need to donate whatever. I think it's in the 120s, right, or something like that. I don't remember where Jinx is, but somewhere up top. Okay, so we have this trainer that has 3 Pokemon and 1 more scientist trainer that has a Kadabra, and then we will be on what I hope is our last fight of the run.
Yeah, the final boss.
The final boss. The Pokemon League champion, if you will. In a way.
The head behind Big Pokemon.
Yeah. CEO of Big Pokemon. But yeah, what I say is I hope, because if I mess up my movement like I have been doing all run, then I could easily hit another trainer, and I could see it happening. So
Should we start to explain why the bike is so important, since it might take a little bit to fully explain?
yeah, I think
It'll be over
go for
before.
it. Yeah.
Okay, so basically, the game looks, when it's deciding what to load and what to load around you, it looks at squares of a certain size, and every part of the map is divided into squares. Now, when you cross over into a new set of squares, when you cross the grid lines, it says, okay, I need to load this, this, and this. Now, when you go through the grid lines very, very quickly, the game gets really confused and scared. So it just kind of puts something that should not be right in front of you. It just moves it way closer to you. And we can use this to get out of bounds. And it just so happens that if you walk far enough, you can end up in a place that Big Pokemon doesn't want you to be.
Exactly. I'm doing a safety save here because one time I got crit by the Zubat and died on PB pace. That only ever happened one time, but it's enough.
It's enough to scare you for
It's
the
enough
rest
to
of your
scare me
life.
plenty. Yeah, for the rest of me running this game forever, probably. It's enough.
Yeah, in order to get the speed you need to cross the lines fast enough, you require the bike.
Yes.
Yeah, if you could walk doing it, this run would be 30 minutes shorter, 40 minutes shorter.
Yeah, we would do it way sooner, yeah. But no, we do need the bike to get that speed. Okay, so the Zubat is the thing that's scary there. It can be arranged depending on what your stats are. Again, since Flame Wheel is a physical move and I think I had pretty good attack, that probably is what led to that going down. But if my health was lower and I missed that range and then I get wing attacked and it crit me and then I die, that would be pretty sad. So didn't want to play around with that. Ew, I don't love Smokescreen here. We're gonna Leer because we need to. Okay.
Oh, I thought it missed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then defense drop, which is also not great, but please hit. Okay, we're fine. It's all good. All good. So yeah, that's CEO of Big Pokemon
The final boss of
Jupiter.
Pokemon Pearl.
Woo! Now the temptation just to hit some random trainer with a level 5.
Oh no.
As somebody on Cycling Road, it is I.
Yeah.
Here I am.
You thought Jupiter was the final boss. But it was I.
Jupiter was just a puppet.
Shorts kid or something.
Shorts kid.
All right. So, yeah, presumably, like I keep saying, that is the last trainer that we'll fight in this run, and we're going to start doing the out-of-bounds glitch that we affectionately refer to as tweaking. So, got to get out of the building here. First, we got to, of course, get our bike. The main reason why we had to do that building is the bike shop owner is being held captive at the top. So, naturally, we have to free the bike shop
I didn't
owner.
even realize. I totally missed that part of it, but.
Oh, well, I'm
that's fine.
skipping through this text fast, so
I
that
mean,
makes sense.
that's the fastest ethical way to do it. I mean, his shop is still there, and you can
Yeah.
still walk inside it, and there are
could
still plenty of bikes in there. So,
Yeah, you could just steal a bike.
in theory,
Yeah, you just don't want your alignment to go down.
yeah.
Okay, we're going to make this underground man very sad.
No.
We have to get the Explorer's Kit again to be able to get the bike.
He gets really lonely sometimes.
Yeah, he gets really lonely. He's like, I want to teach somebody this. Let me mentor you. And we're going to say, no.
Oh, that's
I had hoped to
sad.
teach you, but I can't force you to accept my proposal.
sigh.
So
I get
sad.
I get lonely sometimes.
Yeah, it's
We
really
all
sad.
do.
All right, and then finally into the bike shop here to get our reward.
Look at
for
all these
saying-
bikes.
Yeah.
You can just take one. You don't need to rescue him.
Look, that one just on the right has a basket.
You don't get a basket.
I could get a basket. Imagine all the Pokeballs. I
We
could
saved his life, and he's not even gonna give us a basket.
hold. Exactly.
And did he still make you pay for the bike? even
No,
though you-
luckily we get it for free.
Okay.
I don't think anybody in any Pokemon game has ever had to pay for a bike.
Nope. Thankfully that is the case. You don't have to pay for bike. Now, I could take this on the fast bike, and I'm going to take it on the slow bike because I am afraid.
Cycling Road is terrifying. Basically, the gimmick of Cycling Road in every Pokemon game is that it is constantly forcing you to hold down. Where even if Conception's not holding the controller at all.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yes!
That's really hard, by the way.
That's why I don't do it fast. Okay, so fun fact as well. Oops, I should not save. That's not what I want to do. I should use the bike. That's faster. Fun fact. So we mentioned this tweaking out of bounds glitch. You can actually do one there too, which actually is faster. It saves you about probably, if I had to guess, 40 to 45 seconds if you get it right on the first try and don't hit any other trainers, which is exactly the reason why I don't do it, because I'm afraid that I won't get it right on the first try and I'll probably hit trainers. So I take a little bit more marathon safety here, and I just come down here, talk to our good pal Lucas, and go back through Oreburg and use a repel. The tweak will take you, so it'll basically take you right to the Oreburg cave, and then you don't have to worry about it at all with repels because you're tweaking and stuff. So, oh my gosh. All right, there we
We're
go.
not trying to tweak yet, Conception.
Yeah, no. I mean, maybe I was. We were still trying to find stuff, right? Okay.
True.
Okay, here we go. Gonna play this really safe. No, I'm not. The
It is
final
I!
boss!
The final boss
It
of
was-
Pokemon Pearl!
No.
You thought it was Jupiter, but it was me, Camper Curtis. That's $5.
That's
by the way.
$5. Okay.
Yeah, that's
so you got a
$5.
discount.
Yeah.
I
Well,
do get a discount in a way.
or you could do 25.
I should, out of pure shame, do 25. To be honest.
Or
But,
whatever is left of the whiplash
Yeah.
amount.
Oh my gosh, hey. We share a bank account, So
I know.
You're like, easy there. Hold
I
on.
know.
Okay, so yeah, in reality, now final boss is Camper Curtis. I'm actually still going to take this a little bit slow. Nope. All right, there we go. Whew.
Yeah, basically
Alright.
all these long form movements that you're seeing can technically be tweaked, but it's really precise. So here we go.
All right, here we go. I actually do this a little bit weird, so I use two hands. I think I got it. Let's see. No, I didn't. That's all right.
There's no penalty for missing it.
Yeah, you just try again. I think that was good.
Looked okay.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah, so that's not
That's not
West
there.
Jubilife City.
That is not actually there.
That
so-
is part of another route. I believe it's the route to the right of Jubilife.
Yep, exactly. And then we're going to buffer the soft reset on the DS here.
Yeah, luckily, normally you'd have to like time the soft reset, but if you just hold the combination, the game will wait until it's done saving.
Yeah,
How can
thankfully.
you tell it if you get it or not?
Based off of if I see that grass come in.
Yeah, that
early.
grass is not part of Jubilife City. The first time we went up
Okay.
there and checked, the rest of Jubilife City was
Whoa,
still
what's
there.
going on? And then why don't I just walk in the void a little bit?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, this is all normal. This is all fine. This
Step
is all
counter?
good. All right.
Do you use the step counter?
No, I can just tell by the sign change here.
Okay. Slightly serious time. If this gets messed up, he has to start all over.
Yeah, which we don't want to do. So we do another soft reset here. Okay. Yeah. Another soft reset.
Oh my
For the
gosh.
Pokemon League,
Well, all of a sudden we're in the Pokemon League. Suddenly Pokemon League.
with your Monferno, you're going to challenge the Pokemon League?
Yeah, I'm gonna take it on. I'm gonna take it on, and I'm so confident I don't even need to see. It just needs to be black, and that's fine for me. Like I don't need the screen. I'll hit the inputs perfectly, just fine.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Your funeral.
Yes.
Oh, you did it!
I did it. Congrats.
Let's go!
All right, yeah. So basically, we get out of bounds here. I move in a very precise way to the point that I end up saving and warping and getting right to the Hall of Fame. So time is coming up. Shout out to my level 25 Monferno Monkey for beating the Elite Four, of course.
Good job.
And time.
I don't know how you got past that Garchomp.
Woo! All right.
Yeah, you can use that tweaking glitch to access event Pokemon, a lot of things you're not supposed to do. So it's a very, very neat glitch.
Yes, yeah. We're a little behind, so I want to keep this as brief as possible. First, thank you so much to halqery and PrincessAshfire, the love of my life, for
Think
commentating.
about it for a second.
Yeah. Well, I almost called her by her real name. So
I think I already said my real name.
I think you said my real name too, but that's fine. I also just wanted to shout out Midwest Speedfest as a whole. Fun fact, 2019 Mid-Fall Speedball was my very first ever marathon run where I ran Pokemon Red. This run, due to me having a run added into the marathon for a backup run, is my 100th marathon run.
Wow. Congrats.
So there aren't words to express how much Midwest Speedfest means to me and the various events that they've put on. I cannot thank you enough for all being excellent friends and working so hard to make this event as successful as it continues to be.
I wish you could see the grin that you just put on my face. I'm wearing a mask, so
Yeah.
you can't. But
Yeah, it's there. It's there. So thank you, Midwest, for giving me my start as well as my 100th run. If you are interested, my name is Conception, twitch.tv/Conception, at Twitter at ConceptionSR. I run Pokemon, Bugsnax, CCSR, whatever you, awful games or not awful games you want to see. You can come check me out there. And if you're interested in running this game specifically, I highly recommend going to the speedrun.com page of it. I forget the exact link, speedrun.com/whatever. But you can access the Gen 4 speedrunning Discord from there. Really friendly group, lots of really good resources. And that also applies to any other Gen 4 games such as Platinum, that halqery was talking about a lot, or Heart Gold and Soul Silver, if you're interested in that as well. So, yeah, thank you so much, and enjoy the rest
You have
of
a
the
very
marathon.
short amount of time to get that cutscene instead of met.
Do it!
Do it.
go, go, go! Do it now!